Hi, I wanted to invite you to this weekend's performance of The Play That Goes Wrong at Cherokee High School, Saturday, November 20th at 7 p.m. It's our last performance, and it's pretty good, and I haven't really, made myself available like this on social media. Here's why I'm doing this, because some people, multiple people, have said, hey, why aren't you introducing the show at the performances? And that's funny because I don't think I've introduced a play since, like in 10 years probably. Because normally we were having some videos playing or we're doing some kind of a pre-show to set the mood, or the kids were involved. And if I get up there and introduce the show, it just, kills the mood. I mean, it kills my mood. So it's got to kill the audience's mood. So, but I know, I'm popular and important and funny. And so people want me to talk. That's stupid and not true. I'll cut it. I'll edit this. Okay, edit this, Jason. Edit this part. Anyway, the point is, come see The Play That Goes Wrong this weekend. This is going to be my introduction to the show that I'm not doing Saturday. So you can just watch it. You can just watch it here, which is what you're doing. So, we're halfway there. Here's the thing. I first saw The Play That Goes Wrong in 2017. I was in New York for the Midtown International Theater Festival. I had entered a play in that festival. It won. I don't know if you're aware. But I was there and it was stressful because theater festivals, they're great, but it's a lot of stress when you have written and produced a play and then you're just like, here we are in New York doing a play. So I thought, okay, we had a night off, let's go see The Play That Goes Wrong. I didn't know anything about it except that it was a comedy. It had pretty good reviews, and so we went to it. And immediately, like the moment we got to our seats, I was laughing. And the play hadn't even started yet, but there's stuff happening before the show that is sort of a pre-show. And I started laughing then. Then once the play actually started, it was painfully funny. Like, I'm laughing so hard that by the end of the night, you're just exhausted. I had never laughed at a show like that. So I immediately got online and bought tickets again to see it again. That time we were there, for that like 2 weeks we were there. And then we went around to the stage door to meet the cast, to get the autographs. I should have known that this was a difficult show because half the cast didn't come out because they were with like the company physical trainer, because we saw the first show that I saw was a matinee, so they had a show that evening, and between the matinee and the evening show they were getting physical therapy. So I should have had a clue that this was a tough show, and it is. I happened to be sitting next to another teacher who was there for a theater teachers conference. And at intermission, she leaned over and she's like, are you casting this show? And I'm like, I am definitely casting this show in my head right now. And then at the end of the night, she was like, you can't do this at the high school level. And I'm like, no, you really can't. This is too hard. So it's a great show though. And, what can't we do at Chiefs Theater? So I saw it again in New York, and then the next year it happened to be on tour. There was a national tour, and I happened to be in Los Angeles during spring break or the summer. It may have been the summer of, it was the summer of 2019, before the pandemic. And I went to it again. And it was interesting because I went going in wondering, in New York I saw it with the original cast, who were also the creators of the show, and they have continued. They still play these characters in new plays. Right now there's a West End, which is the Broadway of London production of Magic Goes Wrong. It's the same characters. I think I haven't seen it. I don't know, but they have other iterations, including a television show called the Goes Wrong Show. Which you can see online, and it's the same characters that our kids are playing. So these actors are still playing. That's who I saw in New York. Then in Los Angeles, I thought, well, I bet it's not as good with a different cast, but it was just as good with a different cast. And I thought, man, I wonder, will it be just as funny with a high school cast? And it's not. It's not nearly as good. No, I'm kidding. It's just as funny. And I got to tell you, some of the performances, all the performances you'll see on Saturday if you come are really top-notch performances. This show, if you count the number of individual all-state awards in this show, there are 12 of them. This is the most accomplished cast I've ever had. It's not, every show we do is great. Every production we've done is really, I'm very proud of the level of professionalism that we attain in those shows. But this one has a number of cast members who Gabe started in 8th grade as helping us with sound, and so he has 4 state championships under his belt. The other seniors have 3 state championships under their belt. You see that experience on stage. They're performing at a level that is unusual at the high school level, and we're always really good. I'm taking nothing away from the alumni by saying that these kids are a more accomplished cast. They've just been doing it longer than a lot of other kids, and so I hope that you'll come and see it. It's a really, really good show. It's really funny. We're all, I'll be honest, exhausted from this production, but I would do this show with this cast for the rest of my career if that were an option. Unfortunately, they graduate, and that's tough. But if you have ever considered coming to a Chiefs Theater production, this is the one to come see. Saturday, November 20th at 7 p.m. Hope I'll see you there. I won't be introducing the show. I've just done it. Hey, and now, without further ado, the play that goes wrong.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.